Hello people of the internet, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, happy Monday to you all. Hopefully your week is off to a great start, or if you're watching this at any other point in the week, hopefully having a great day nonetheless. We continue with the latest Everglow drop. We just checked out the title track, Zombie, for the Zombie single album, and I have no words. I genuinely have no words. I've never had such a shocking, what is it? The shock factor on the title track is unlike anything I've ever come across listening to K-pop, like both on and off camera. I don't think I've ever had my mind blown so badly as I did with the title track. This is an Everglow, or at least on the title track, that was an Everglow that I had never even imagined would be possible on a regular release before. But, of course, I gotta recompose myself because I'm getting flashbacks. I mean, finished watching the MV like 5 minutes ago and I'm already getting like traumatic flashbacks from it. But we have to move on to the rest of the B-sides because, of course, this came with a single album once again, much like the previous era with All of My Girls. And, well, we gotta listen to the B-sides. So, regular album listen rules will apply. We'll go through the songs in order, read the credits before every single song, listen through them, do the whole rambling thing, rinse and repeat, bada bing, bada boom. So, let's get into it, shall we? Here we go! Rightio, let's get through these sharpest, shall we? I am a little bit scared to approach this rest of the album, just because usually there's some kind of connection between the title track and the B-sides, and if there is, I don't know if my heart is ready for two more spooky Everglow. Because that title track was, whew. I guess speaking of the title track, let's read the credits off of track number 1, titled Zombie. Lyrics by Gina Kushka, Dalton Deal, An Young-ju of MUMW, Young of MUMW, Claire, and 72. We did the signature album listen a little while ago, and we had a couple of producers from the MUMW team on there as well. Composition, Ray Romulus, John Yip, Jeremy Reeves, Luca Milano, Jeff Baranowski, with the Stereotypes and 9 AM on arrangement. All one thing. It's not the Stereotypes, comma 9 AM, it's one block. Which takes us to track number 2, the first of the new B-sides, Colourz, spelled with the British extra U and stylized with the Z at the end instead of an S. Lyrics by Young of MUMW and 72, once again. Same people, or some of the same people from Zombie. Composition, David Anthony, Anna Timgren. Nice to see her name back on the list. She was on the signature album earlier. And 72 with Bangkok on arrangements. Here we go. Don't be scary. It's not scary. Gosh, it's really bright in comparison to Zombie. That was the shortest verse in the world, oh my goodness. I kind of like what this pre-chorus is cooking though. Oh, halftime, and hold on a second. I do like a good sax section. So we're not getting a 1-2 rap verse this time. Hello, ad-libs. Yeah, we're not getting a 1-2 rap first. We're getting rap followed by melodic vocals in verse 1 and verse 2. That's cool. Because usually I associate the 1-2 rap verse with Everglow, so... That is a stanky sax solo.
Here we go.
Bring back the claps again. Get tasty with it one time. Hold on. Yeah, okay. That pre-chorus is terrific, by the way. It's such a massive injection of Everglow vocals. And I think it partially, well, I'll talk in a minute. I think the reason why we got so much vocal in that pre-chorus is because the chorus doesn't have a lot of vocal in it. It's meant to create that contrast and, you know, replace the heavy vocal line with the saxophone, the very stank face inducing saxophone in the chorus. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it one bit. It is amazing how much context affects how the song listens, because, you know, my mind still has Zombie very fresh in its mind, and like how dark and scary that song is. So to hear Colourz immediately after feels so bright and so upbeat that it probably actually isn't as bright and upbeat as my brain is processing it to be, but it's all a matter of context and perspective, right? If I had gone into the B-sides completely fresh and just listened to Colourz, this would be, okay, this is a nice pop song, you know? It's got a nice sax solo in the chorus, it's got a ton of vocals involved, really cool pairings going on. But because I'm putting it in context with Zombie, holy smokes, this feels like the brightest Everglow song they've ever made. And they've done songs like Don't Speak. So this is blowing my mind a little bit. Alright, take a shot every time I say that something's blowing my mind on this album. You will be paralytically drunk even after the title track. But it's... I love the, again, it's the shock factor of it all, right? Going from the darkest and scariest of sounds into what something that is just so seemingly bright and upbeat. And it works terrifically well. I don't usually do this on album listens just because we have a lot of songs to get through, but since we only have 2 songs, I'll go back to that pre-chorus. It's my favorite part of the song. No questions asked, the pre-chorus is my favorite part of the song. Do you hear all the vocal layering that is going on in this pre-chorus? It's so rich and it's so good. Like, it's high too. And then you replace that top line with a saxophone. And then the fact that they throw it into halftime for the second half of this chorus too is really cool, because it's like, I think it enhances the stank face, because you're listening to that sax solo, it's like, ooh, okay, that's nice. Slow it down, it's like, ooh, and it just gets deeper. Like, it's not just the stank face, you get the eyebrows of truth involved as well. It's very tasteful chorus. I like it a lot. And then takes us to track number 3, the final song on the album. This is Back to Love, spelled or stylized with the number 2 and spelled L-U-V. Lyrics by Yi Ji-won of MUMW in 72. Composition, David Anthony, Julia Bognar Finsetter. The name that... What album was it that they were on very recently? I've forgotten. But we've done work of theirs before. And then Bangkok on arrangement once again. Right. Ballad, anthem. Are we going to continue the bright sound? Are we just going to go hard hitting again? Let's find out. Wait, hold on. This might cook. Oh, hello, harmonies. Hello, syncopation. Wow, it's really groovy. We're not getting the 1-2 rap verses this album either. Ooh. That syncopation is so tasty because it just sucks your ears in. This is also a very high chorus. Lots of breathy high voices. And then they take it down to the post-chorus, which is nice. Love the separation that creates. I actually really like the melody in that post-chorus. The groove cannot complain whatsoever. It's just a really good song. Like, ooh, that's actually difficult because I don't know if I can choose between Colourz or Back to Love for B-side of the album for because they bring such different things to the table. But Back to Love, that groove is sublime. It's terrific. My favorite part is that post-chorus though. There's something so satisfying about that post-chorus's melody that works for me. Da 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 for you. Da da. It's just it tickles my ears in the right way. But yeah, I'm trying to think back on older Everglow albums to see if we've consistently gotten as rich of vocal sections as we have on the single. But for like immediate memory, excuse me. For me, this single feels like it has so much vocal work going on in it, more than usual. And I feel like that's probably not the case, but my brain is saying, yes, this is the most vocally extensive album we've gotten. That's kind of blown my mind a little bit, because there is a lot of vocal work going on, and I love it. I think Everglow for me has standout vocal talents, but putting them all together just creates such a nice listening experience. And I feel like we get a lot of rich vocal sections in Everglow music, especially in title tracks when we get gang vocals involved. When you get the shout-ins and the ha's and all the ad-libs that Everglow like to throw in on their harder hitting type songs. Everglow love a gang vocal section. You know that I come first. Like that's everyone together. It hits hard and it lands home. Like, but with a song like Back to Love, sure you get like the shouting ad libs and stuff, but there's so much harmony work going on and it's very pretty. Do let me know if my brain is misremembering or if this is just a very vocally extensive album from them. But like this pre-chorus and the chorus. Very subtle vocal harmony already in this, very high chorus. Chorus 2. Harmony. Is anybody else finding this like second half of the chorus super satisfying to listen to, or is it just me? But the vocals are never alone on this album, and I think the listening experience because of it is so satisfying and so nice. Oof. Yeah, that is an extremely different experience than what the title track was. Because, admittedly, the two B-sides on this album, very much your more traditional, brighter pop song in comparison to Zombie. But to me, Zombie is not an ordinary pop song, it's an experience. I mentioned it in the MV portion as well, but it's like listening, the same experience I got listening to DPRE's Saint, his MV that he dropped at the end of last week. It just doesn't come across as your run-of-the-mill pop song. You cannot treat Zombie as a pop song because you will not understand the power that it holds. You can't handle the truth. That it's that type of song. If you just go at it thinking it's an ordinary pop song, no, it doesn't work. The B-sides, on the other hand, a lot more easier to digest, a lot more traditional pop song sounding. So you get a lot of extremes on this album. You get the really just out there, almost experimental, hard-hitting type music. Then you get your run-of-the-mill pop songs. I'm not saying that as a bad thing, mind you. I quite like these B-sides. I find them both very weirdly charming and strangely bright. Again, it's all because Zombie as a title track is so extremely different in the other direction. But I find the two B-sides extremely easy to listen to, and they're kind of everyday songs for me in that they aren't like headbangers or the types of songs where, say I'm in the train like commuting to campus or whatever for school, I don't have to like stand up and dance along to it or like drum along to it. I can just vibe. And with Everglow, I'm usually leaning into like the just bop along to type of music, especially because I feel like I'm a little bit of a title track merchant when it comes to Everglow and their music. But Back to Love and Colourz is very much a song that I can just happily listen along to without having the need, like the involuntary need to like put my body into enjoying it. And I kind of like that. It's again almost like a different side of Everglow that I'm not very used to hearing. So if we're going from that point of view, thumbs up from me. Still cannot get over the shock of Zombie, but you know what? I think I'll get over it with time. But that is going to be it from me today. Thank you all for listening along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me today. Let's work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world, whether it be checking with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness that may brighten up someone else's day to day. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, Even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.